Welcome to WeLearn Virtual Learning Network. This is session number 2, Employee Satisfaction and Motivation Issues in Compensation. Topics which we are going to cover in this session are Introduction, Role or Importance of Employee Satisfaction, Linking Employee Satisfaction to Compensation, Motivation and Morale, Motivational Research and Compensation Design. So coming towards the first topic, that is the introduction. Organizations commonly overestimate the value worker place or monetary reward. Most of the managers get irritated and disheartened when pay increases do not produce a corresponding rise in productivity. Equity and expectancy theories can help explain employee reactions to compensation system. Organizations strive to align the employee compensation to the factors that contribute to motivate them. Motivated employees deliver their best and contribute considerably to organizational growth and success. It is also easier to engage motivated employees, thereby reducing the rate of attrition. But designing compensation on the basis of employee motivation require an understanding of facts that motivate them to the perceived reinforcers that can be included in the compensation structure. A well-designed compensation structure can motivate employees. Role or importance of employee satisfaction. Employee satisfaction is the individual employee's general thoughts towards the job. Employee satisfaction is also an employee cognitive and effective evaluation of their job. Feelings of satisfaction or dissatisfaction occur when employees compare their input like job skills, education, efforts and performance with output that is the mix of extrinsic and intrinsic rewards they receive. Employee satisfaction is also affected by comparisons with other employees in the same types of jobs or the same types of organization. While comparing these cells to others, most of the employees highlight only their strong points, such as certain skills or a recent incident or effective performance. Employee satisfaction results from the mix of rewards rather than from any single reward. Employee satisfaction is very important for organization as it enhances employee retention, increases productivity, increases customer satisfaction, reduces turnover, recruiting and training cost, enhances customer satisfaction and loyalty, improves teamwork, improves the quality of product and or service due to more competent energized employees. Employee satisfaction is very important for employees as well, as they care about the quality of their work. They will create and deliver superior value to the customer. They are more committed to the organization. Their work is more productive. Linking employee satisfaction to compensation. Compensation designs based on this link usually measure performance from a relative objective side such as sales or revenue, stock price, productivity gains, and so on. Employee satisfaction has to be measured and evaluated before a new compensation plan can be implemented. Usually, an outside survey firm is hired to perform the annual survey for employees. The result of this survey is shared throughout the company. Thus, the top management will get to know how employees feel about the compensation. Employee satisfaction toward compensation is the most important disclosure of any company. because it is directly related to the performance that can be achieved by the employee. The more an employee is satisfied and happy with their compensation, the better they perform. In turn, this will influence the company performance too. Thus, companies should strive to bring in a fair compensation plan so as to increase employee satisfaction. Employee satisfaction with respect to compensation and reward depends on the level of intrinsic and extrinsic results and how the employee view those results. Appropriate type of compensation plan rewards and benefits are important for employee. Financially, the employee must be satisfied that their salary are justified and are according to their contribution to the company. In this respect, both employees and employers basically work towards the same goal for mutual benefits. Non-financial rewards should also be given to employees for their contribution. To provide incentive, these models support the existence of reward system that structure compensation so that the employees' expected value increases with observed value productivity. Thus, compensation can take many various forms, including appreciation from managers and co-worker, implicit promises of future promotion opportunity, feeling of self-esteem that come from superior achievement and recognition, and current and future cash reward related to performance. Motivation and morale. Motivation can be defined as a driving force that begins and direct behavior. Basically, there are two kinds of motivation, intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation is internal. It occurs when people are forced to do something out of pleasure, importance, and desires. Extrinsic motivation occurs when external factors force the person to do something. A problem with employee morale is a workforce phenomenon that is faced by every organization at some point of time. The understanding of morale is essential as it can have tangible and wide-ranging effect and result for an organization. Morale is not a simple concept, and the results related with high or low morale may affect staff turnover, attainment of organizational or personal goals, the ability to implement new practice, learning new skills, and the delivery of good customer service. Motivation stimulates individual into action to achieve the needed goals. Hence, it is a function of need and derive. It mobilizes energy which improves the potential for morale. Morale, on the other hand, is the individual or group attitude towards a specific subject. It contributes to a greater feeling of satisfaction in organization. Hence, the presence of or lack of morale decides the possibility of achievement of the goal. It mobilizes sentiment which form an important part of organization culture. High morale is an indicator of good human relations which reduces labor turnover, absenteeism, indiscipline, grievance, and so on. Factors that affect morale are attitude and job satisfaction level of individual employee. From an organizational point of view, such factors depend on certain aspects like organizational goal, leadership style, co-workers' attitude, nature of work, work environment, and the employees themselves. High morale is usually considered as a contributor to high productivity, but such correlation may not be always true. This is because high productivity may be the result of many other organizational initiatives, which may be independent of employee morale. Therefore, even with low employee morale, high productivity is achieved. Motivation and morale. Objectives of motivation. Motivation improves employee performance, which in turn increases organizational productivity. Hence, motivation fulfills the most important goal of an organization. The important objective of motivation are productive use of resources, increased efficiency, quality consciousness, goal directed behavior. Mechanism of motivation. The word motivation is used to describe the drive that impel an employee to work effectively and efficiently. Hence, the process starts with psychological or sociological needs of an employee. The satisfaction of intrinsic and extrinsic needs activates the drive of the employee to achieve the goal. This mechanism of motivation is explained using diagram. Next is the relationship between motivation and compensation. Employee compensation is linked to both intrinsic and extrinsic factor of motivation of an employee. Among other, many compensation systems need to be motivated in order to attract employees with knowledge, ability and talent as determined by the specific organizational task. Retain effective, valued and productive employees. Get the desired level of performance. Promote high degree of job involvement and job satisfaction and an attitude conducive to loyalty and commitment of the organization. Theories of motivation. Process theory. Motivation in the more traditional sense refer to the process of stimulating people to act and to achieve the desired goals. Process theories of motivation generally are based on the assumption that behavior which lead to reward will be repeated, while behavior which does not lead to reward will not be repeated. These theories consider salary as the main motivation theory. Expectancy theory. Expectancy theory assumes that people have certain built-in beliefs regarding their expected roles within an organization and that their behavior must conform to those roles. The theory also assumes that employees are perceive their compensation to be just or unjust basis on its relationship with to their performance. Equity theory. Equity theory assumes that each individual is most concerned with personal contribution and expected result compared to their colleagues. Equity theory states that in a work environment, motivation is influenced by the employees' perception of how equality that they treated compared to other. The theory is also known as social comparison theory of inequity.